Hey Tubes, something a little different here. This is my own personal driver, my own lawnmower here, and I've had it for about 30 years and I never had any trouble with it. But just recently, the carburetor starts leaking, but it leaks after you park it, and you have to refill the gas tank every time you want to use it. So I figured I'd buy a rebuilding kit, and we got Mike here.
How's it going?
And Mike offered to rebuild it, so well, he's rebuilding it, I'll be able to film it. So you say we get going, buddy?
Alrighty.
I guess first thing we'll take the hood off.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, this thing really never gave me any trouble. I had to replace a head gasket once, and I guess the head bolts loosened up on it. That's the reason that went bad. But that's about it. I don't think I've ever changed the oil on this. You believe that, Mike?
I kind of do for you.
Yeah, but when we had the head off, Mike was surprised because he's seen the.
Oh yeah, how nice the cylinder wall.
Yeah, cylinder wall was like brand new. Still had the hash marks in them. All right, that'll make things easy. All right, let me go get a pair of vice grips so that it doesn't have a shut off. So we're gonna shut the gas off. All right, Mike's taking the carb off now. He just loosened the heat shield there.
Yeah, on the muffler here.
Yeah, on the muffler. So the muffler's a little loose, just so it makes it easier so you can get the one screw.
Yep.
But you don't have to take it off, just has to loosen it. It's a strange gasket with that big tail on it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's just to help direct cooling air around.
Huh. Because I noticed that on a new one. But that makes sense.
Did you get a new gasket?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're taking this off, just pay attention to where your linkages are at.
Yeah, make sure you don't bend anything, especially.
Yeah.
Take a little 5/16 down there. I didn't see it first.
We're just disconnecting the linkage here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. That came out pretty easy.
Yeah.
Really didn't have to twist or turn or nothing.
No, it's
Look at
nice.
that. It's actually leaking in your hand right now.
Yeah, it is. You can see it's just. Well, I'm tilting it back right now, but I think the problem is that the inlet needle and the seat are just they're just old.
It's just time.
They're not sealing well anymore.
Yeah. So. That's what happens after 30 years. What's it? Can you read the number on that? What year is that?
85.
1985. So that's
30 years old.
30 years old. Yeah.
So.
Can't complain.
Nope.
All right. Let's get to work.
Put it on the bench.
All right. Looks like we're taking the bowl off here.
Mm-hmm.
And before he took these jets out, you see these are got the idle jet and the main jet.
Mm-hmm.
Before he did that, we actually made note of what it was. That way it'll be easier to start. The idle screw was 2.5 turns out, and the main jet was only 1 turn out.
Yep.
So.
Now it might change. I think in the kit they gave us a new idle needle and a new main needle, so it'll be a little bit different to get it tuned, but at least that gives us an idea where to start. So.
What kind of carburetor is that, Mike?
I think they might call this a flow jet. It's some version of a flow jet carburetor. I'm not exactly sure.
That's before they came up with the anti-shutoff or whatever the hell the thing is.
Oh, yeah, a little solenoid valve at the bottom there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget what they call that, but yeah, that's you know.
So every time I shut this lawnmower off, it backfires, but it's done that since I've had it, brand new. Actually, it looks pretty good, Mike, considering that's the first time it's ever been opened.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a tiny bit of sludge at the bottom of there, you know, but it's not going to affect anything.
No.
So it was actually in great shape, really. Larger screwdriver for that one.
Okay. All right, taking the main jet out, right?
Yeah, this is the seat for the main needle. Alright, that's it for the most part. We're gonna have to get the little rubber seat out of there.
Right.
But we'll just put it in the gas right now. Kind of let it soak. Get some of that. Brush some of the grease and everything off.
Okay.
So
Alright, we opened the bag up with all parts in it.
Mm-hmm.
There's quite a few parts in it. Matter of fact, it looks like maybe a couple of different variations for that. But
Well, we noticed one right off the bat, a variation. See, your carburetor has a rubber seat insert up in the body here, and they give it to you both ways. They give you a replacement brass seat with no seal, which you could unthread the old one and thread this new one in, and that goes along with the needle with the rubber tip. But you have the rubber seal and the needle without the rubber tip.
right.
So we got to pull your old seal out of there and press that new one in.
Okay. That's similar to the old Tecumseh's.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Matter of fact, Mike's using
this
a
tool
Tecumseh
here
tool.
Is
It has a hook on one end, and then the other end has a thing to push it in.
Yep. So let's see if we can get that out of there. Oh, there it is.
There it is, look at
It's almost like we had a tool made for it.
that. Yeah.
So
That's a cheap tool if you guys want to pick that up. I think it's like $15, $12 on eBay.
yeah, and the ridges on the seat. You can see one side's got the little ring and the ridge around it. The other one's smooth. The smooth side always goes toward the needle, so the ridges go up in the carburetor.
Yeah, if you guys don't have this tool, then I think you just use a regular
Use a
drill.
Yeah, I forget what.
Same size. I forget what size it was too, but
You just seat that up there, and that's done.
okay.
So that was the hard part.
All right. All right, we got all our parts set out here and everything, and Mike's ready to reassemble.
Yep. So we're gonna put the little venturi tube in first.
The main jet.
Yep.
Well, like Mike said, the venturi. You noticed something on this?
Oh yeah, I'll take the old one out, the new one out real quick.
Yeah, this
See
one
that?
here. You see how shiny it is on the end there? It don't show anywhere, but
But that yeah, but if you look at it,
yeah,
it's actually
something's been rubbing.
Either that or it's been loose and vibrating in there.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But
So I don't know.
that's it. Strange, but
I got a new one.
right, we got a new one, so we're gonna use it. Okay. Yeah, I was mentioning to Mike there. You know, the reason this probably lasted as long as it did, lasted 30 years, because the gasket here for the float bowl is not like an O-ring, like the Tecumseh and stuff like that. It's actually gasket material. So I think the only rubber piece we found in this whole thing was that seat.
Right. Yep.
All right, we weren't going to take this welch plug out here. You see, they give you a new one. We weren't going to take it out. We weren't going to go that deep into this, but we're having trouble putting that main venturi in. It's binding up on something, so Mike's going to take it out and
Yeah, so you can peer up in there.
so we can see what's going on.
So they peened it over right here, or the aluminum of the carb here in 2 spots. So I just want to see if I can pop it out without filing those.
Whoa, whoa!
I didn't mean to scratch your car.
Pop it out. You want to put it through the side of the house.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess they weren't doing much.
Yeah. Okay.
So all right.
All right. Let's see what we have to do here. Let's see what the problem is. All right. Mike was able to see what was holding it up.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
I'll show you the light here. You can see down there. Oh, I'll point to it. This piece down in here is the actual venturi. You see? This circular thing in here that I'm sliding back and forth. That's the actual venturi, and I've never worked on one of these before, so I guess I don't know if that's supposed to be loose or not, but that's the source of, for one thing, the wear on the venturi tube here, that little ring right there. And I was trying to install the new one with the carburetor just upside down, and I didn't have that venturi lined up correctly with the venturi tube because I thought it'd be fixed in there, be held in there. But now you have to make sure that the whole passage is clear through, because that venturi can move. Like right now it's shifted. We couldn't install it. So you have to make sure that that's wide open, or else if you drive this in there too tight, you'll snap that venturi and you'll be buying a new carburetor probably. I don't know if that venturi is available separately, but
probably not.
I certainly wouldn't want to have to buy it.
So instead of putting a $12 rebuild kit here,
I was trying to assemble it like this. You know, threading it in. Well, the venturi was slid down and it wasn't letting it go in now. So just lay the carburetor like this if you're going to do it. I don't know how common that is that they loosen up like that. But now I'll just make sure that it didn't slide again since I stood it up.
That's one of those things that if you rebuild these every day,
you'll know.
You know that, but if you've never seen one before, interesting.
Yeah, these are real common. Like you said, from the 80s and the 90s. But I don't work on lawn tractors and things like that very often, so.
We're mostly in the older stuff.
Yeah. Look at that, threads right all the way in now. No problems. Just like it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
And then you can still hear the venturi jingling around in there, but maybe when we put the top tube in, it'll hold it more securely.
Okay.
Yeah,
so good thing they gave us that welch plug. By the way, that's the biggest welch plug I've ever seen in my life, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. So far we have put the venturi in. Now Mike is putting in. What is that, Mike?
It's the idle fuel rod. So the idle circuit for the carburetor runs up top here, and there's a mixture needle here, and then port runs over, and then it runs down into this tube here.
Yeah.
So
it is an odd looking thing. It has holes in it and a hole in the end here. So that's I've never seen one of them, Mike.
And idle screw, got a new screw there and a spring.
A new screw, new spring. Is there a fiber washer on that, or
no? There's no washer. No, it just sits in there. And there's really no place to put one. And they didn't give us one either.
Then it doesn't need one.
It doesn't need one. So.
Okay, continue on, buddy.
Alrighty.
All right, we took that little needle and put that in there, and then put the float bowl. The float holds that needle in.
Yep. So.
That should be good.
Just taking a look at it, make sure the float's parallel with the body of the carburetor, and it's pretty close. It'll be just fine.
Work good, yeah. Work good for 30 years. It should be all right. And putting the gasket on. The float bowl gasket.
And the bowl is still in the bucket soaking there.
Okay.
So I'll just put
let me go get the bowl for him.
Alright.
Alright, Mike's got the float bowl on. Just tighten up the jet, which actually tightens that up.
Yeah. Pretty well sealed. And the main was what, 1 turn?
Yeah, the main was 1 turn. We wrote that down on our sheet here. Screw it all the way in. And then back it out 1. And that's where it is.
Yep.
Mike's going to have to fine tune this once it's on the machine, but you know, this will get it started.
Yep.
Okay. What's next?
And, I'll put the little fuel elbow back on.
Got to put our fuel elbow on, and then our welch plug.
Yep.
Alright, go ahead, buddy. Alright, Mike put the fuel excuse me, the fuel inlet in there on the side, and now he's going to try and put this welch plug in. Yeah, nothing special. They're not tough to put in. They almost snapped in by itself, but
yeah.
Now he's got it hit. I'm going to have to help him. I'm going to have to hold this.
Go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So don't hit my hand.
Right.
Alright.
Just give it a little divot there. Alright.
Go.
That's it.
There you go. Now, that's all it takes.
Alright.
Very good.
Back on the machine.
Alright, any spare parts?
Just the incorrect parts.
And the spare ones they gave us for other applications.
Yep.
Alright, so that wasn't too bad. Now let's put it back on the machine. Alright, now it's just the reverse process. He's hooking up all his linkages.
Spring there. Throttle. Choke. Choke works. Okay.
Now you can put that gasket on. You see that gasket has that big tail on there. We determined that that's sort of for air flow. You know, it sort of directs air.
Yeah, it directs it over the fins instead of it all just blowing out this gap here.
That's something that they probably fixed in the later years because they gave us a little gasket too. So we're going to put that on there.
Yeah, they might have had, I guess later on, the piece of sheet metal might have extended down because the other gasket they gave us didn't have the little tail on it. So.
A little bit of air helps with these air-cooled engines.
Yeah. No variations.
Alright, tighten that up, buddy. Alright, now he's just tightening the muffler back. Like I said, he didn't have to replace it, he didn't have to pull it off, he just had to loosen it to get to that one screw on the carburetor.
Yep.
Okay. Alright, we got it all bolted up and everything. I had to hook my gulu up there because the battery ain't the best on this, but let's see what it does, buddy. I'm holding down the clutch for Mike. Get a little gas. Alright. Let her down, buddy. Alright, I'll call that a success. Now, Mike adjusted everything, so he's got it running good now. He might have to readjust it once he puts all the... That's not a very good filter. Oh yeah, it looks better from the top.
Yeah.
The bottom, it didn't look very good.
Yeah. The bottom's done all the filtering.
Yeah.
But, maybe next year.
Yeah, right. Another 30 years.
Yeah.
When I'm dead, you guys can put a new filter in this.
Okay, no problem.
Alright. I'm going to call this a video. Enough of this, huh, Mike?
Enough of that.
Alright. See you guys.